The Microsoft Whiteboard can be used very similar to a traditional whiteboard. I can project it onto a screen or a wall in the front of the class, and then everything I'm presenting and drawing and adding can be seen by the students that are in the training center, that are in the class. Except, of course, I get all of the additional features that you wouldn't get with a traditional whiteboard. And that's one way of using the Microsoft Whiteboard. But I can go beyond that. I can share the Microsoft Whiteboard. So now I can have everything that I'm projecting onto the screen, and I can share the whiteboard with a link so that it appears on the device that the student might have in front of them. I use this all the time in my classroom because then what I'm able to do is if a student can't see the front of the classroom very well, I know that what I'm presenting on the whiteboard at the front of the class can be seen on the device in front of the student. When I share the whiteboard in that way, I'm sharing it for view only. And the students can see what's happening, but they're not going to participate and make changes. Now, I can have certain activities where I'll share a whiteboard and the students can participate, and that can be a lot of fun in the classroom as well. You just have to manage that. And then there's the opportunity to share the whiteboard with the world. So I can create a link to the whiteboard, and somebody that's at a geographic distance can use that link to connect to the same whiteboard that I'm connected to. Either again for me to show them something, but a lot of times for collaboration. So I could have some ideas and I could be sharing them at my end and they could be sharing their ideas at their end, all on the same whiteboard. And best of all, it's really easy to do. Now we can also do a sharing of a whiteboard in applications like Microsoft Teams, but I'm going to show you that in another lesson. Here I'm just going to show you how I can share a whiteboard from the whiteboard and how easy that actually is. So I'm going to go into this whiteboard here that I've got on a sailboat planning session, and I'm going to go to the share icon up here, the button. And when I hit share, it's going to give me a dialog box, and I have some choices. First of all, I can choose who I want to share it with, so I'm going to choose Frank. That would be myself. And I'm going to go in and choose what I can do. By default, you'll notice that Frank can only view the whiteboard. And that is the default because, again, if you're in a classroom environment, you might get some pranksters in there drawing on there. But again, that's classroom management, not whiteboard management. But I'm going to let Frank edit because we're going to collaborate on the hiking trip. And I'm going to say, you know, this is our planning session that we're going to do around our hiking trip. And then I have a couple of options again. I could either copy the link and embed that link in some sort of application, or I could message Frank with the link, whatever the case may be. Or what I can do is I can just click invite. And when I click invite, it's going to send an email to Frank, and then he can respond to that email by joining the whiteboard. When Frank gets the link, he'll have a link to the sailboat planning session, and that's in his email, so he can join at any time. So it could be something where I do some planning during the day, Frank joins at night and adds to the whiteboard. But in this demo, I'm going to show you us working together on the whiteboard. So Frank will click the link on his email, and when he clicks that link on the email, it's going to open up the whiteboard on his computer. So now Frank has the whiteboard on his computer and I have the whiteboard on my computer. I'm just going to dismiss this dialog box. And you'll notice that up in the corner here, I now have my icon as well as Frank's icon and picture here as well. As I move around, Frank is actually going to see my name on the whiteboard that he's looking at. And if Frank moves around, I'm going to see his name on my whiteboard. So we can see each other moving around. This is pretty exciting when you have 5 or 6 or 8 people all working on the same whiteboard. So let's say Frank goes in and he decides that he's going to maybe move a starfish. So he takes the starfish. You can see that Frank's moving the starfish, and then he lets the starfish go. Frank can do things like go in and make a comment on something. So he could say, maybe over at the starfish here, Frank is going to say, we should move this here, and he can put that in as a comment. And then what I'm going to see is I'll see that comment pop up with Frank, that Frank's made that comment in there. And it's a little tiny comment here. I'll have to zoom in a little bit. So if I zoom in on the whiteboard here, you can see that because it's quite a low zoom ratio here, that comment's a little tiny comment by Frank. And I can reply back saying, awesome, I like that starfish there. And then on Frank's end, if he zooms in, again, you can see that I'm down at 35%. So as you zoom in, those comments really work better when you're somewhere around the 90 to 100%, but I can go in there and you can see that Bruce has got that in there. And Frank's just going to go in and he can go in and he can center to that selection, or he can come in and zoom out a little bit as well, move the whiteboard around on his computer to whatever works for him based upon how much of a computer screen he has. And I can do the same here. I can come in and I can, zoom in, zoom out, whatever might work for me so that I can see more or less of the whiteboard and zoom in on certain areas. So you can see that this is very useful. Now, the other thing that I can do is once we've had our planning session, I could go into the sharing icon again. And you can see that when I go into the sharing icon, it takes a few moments, but I can see that the whiteboard down here is shared with 2 people. You can see that I got access for 2 people, so I can manage that access. So let's say Frank, I decide, is now only going to be able to view. Right now he can edit, but if I want to, I can actually change that so Frank can just view, or I can actually remove direct access altogether. So I can add and remove people into the shared whiteboard, or I can change their permission from edit to view. And if I'm done with the whiteboard altogether, I can go into the whiteboard. Again, I can go into the managing of the permissions. I can actually just stop sharing it with everyone if I want. So you can see I've got the people, the groups, and the links to the whiteboard, but I could just stop sharing it. And now that whiteboard's going to be unshared. So I've stopped sharing the whiteboard. And when Frank leaves the whiteboard on his end, you'll notice that the icon on my end disappears, and Frank's whiteboards, if he tries to go back into the sailing whiteboard, you'll notice that he no longer has access. So there's a great way that we can collaborate on whiteboards, that we can share ideas, and this can be done across geographic distance. In an upcoming lesson, I'll show you how we can do this within a Teams meeting, but this is a great way to share a resource, the whiteboard, collaborate, and share ideas with people.